And hello everyone. So my recording got corrupted. We're just gonna do a rerun with the build I had in that recording. Yeah, hello. Gonna be a shorter video today because I just want to get this video out of the way. But I want to talk about a few things in this video, especially even more so because it's as I said, a more shorter recording, so I actually can pretty comfortably talk about other things, especially during this recording. And I want to bring up the fact of, like, I don't know where to go with this channel. I've said this many times by now, but this is especially the time where I stand with that fact. Because, well, as you guys can probably tell by the title, I genuinely don't know what to do, and my titles are gonna kinda become whatever at this point. And that's kinda just how things are gonna go from now on. But, how do I put it? Well, I wanna talk about especially like a few things, and one of the things I do want to talk about is myself, because where I've been, so I've basically been alone this entire time, like home currently. I've been very much alone pretty much constantly. So, pretty used to like already kind of the silence of everything, because I'm very often more like used to hearing other people talk and whatnot, you know. But being alone like this has kind of made me realize that what I'm doing with my life is the fact that I'm basically actively just killing myself on accident, like without ever realizing, until now, obviously. Because I've said it many times by now, but my problems, that I'm like, turning out to be a bit of an alcoholic. And that it's not a good thing, obviously. I don't think it takes a smart ass to realize that it's obviously not a good thing. That I am slowly turning into an alcoholic. But I think with that, I think I am like slowly committing, because it obviously affects my esophagus and I shouldn't be even drinking anything, or like eating fat foods or drinking sodas, you know, and drinking alcohol. Like, I should not be doing any of this because it's obviously not good. But I'm still doing it because, well, I think it's obvious that I'm just addicted. You know, right? Like, I don't think it takes too much to realize how true that actually is, that I am just kinda addicted at this point, and that I am genuinely becoming an alcoholic. But it's kinda made me realize that with the way I'm going about myself currently is that sooner or later I will just be gone. And you guys will never know that. Because if I just some random days just stopped uploading, you guys really usually just think that, oh, maybe I'm just taking a break, or maybe I stopped recording altogether, or maybe I gave up on YouTube, or whatever not, you know. And you guys will never know what happened. Alright, like, you guys will never know what has happened. I guess that's how it works. I always found that interesting, you know. I have very much always found that fact interesting, that at some point I will just be gone and you guys will not know that. And I've kind of realized that with the way I'm doing things, there's some things that I just physically can't affect, which is, well, currently my job situation, because, well, it's really difficult to just find a job overall right now, and I can't change that. Well, I can't really talk with other people either, because there really isn't anyone who shares the same mind that I do here. And it's kind of difficult, you know, because where I live there's really not any places to talk with people too much. Unless I go to like a club or a pub or a bar or something like this, right? And I don't want to do that, because I hate that. I would never ever want to go to one. So I'm kind of just stuck at this current point. But then there's a few things that I can actually work around with, which is, well, my alcoholism. And I think that's the next thing that I really want to work on about myself, which is the drinking issue, right? Like I genuinely think it's a problem that I need to work around with. I don't think it comes as a surprise, obviously, if I just have to be honest here. Right. Also, I guess we're gonna crash the game today. I guess we can do that. Let's take this. But yeah. I don't think it comes as a surprise that I can't change much about my life currently. But then the alcoholism, the soda drinking, eating sweets, like I can change that, right? Like I can work around that, and I think that's what I'm gonna try to do from today on. Because I think it's a pretty serious thing, no? So I want to take it to myself, and every once in a while when I do decide that, oh, I'm gonna record a video for you guys, I'm gonna try to take it upon myself to finally make like an actual time capsule of my life, and I'm gonna try to stay sober the best I can. It's not gonna be easy, and it's not meant to be easy to stay sober, because that's how it is. And I've accepted that fact that it's not gonna be easy for me to try and avoid alcohol, because, well, it's a bit of a no-brainer that it's obviously gonna be rough. You know? So I'm gonna try and do my best to genuinely just get sober. Try to avoid alcohol. I will try my best to do that, and we get to see how it'll change myself around. How will I act on nowadays forward if I don't drink? How will it affect me as a person when I don't drink? When I really feel like I would. Right, like I think we are gonna get to see that, and I think it'll be interesting. So, from today onwards, I'm gonna do what I can to try and stick to my wording of trying to avoid alcohol. And these videos will probably slow down. I would say that my content is gonna slow down now, because I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do my titles with. I don't know what to do my thumbnails with. As you guys have probably seen, my thumbnails recently are just kinda like fucking whatever. Right. Also, I'm sorry, I still have stuck in my... I'm having a rough time today. But yeah, like, I think it'll be interesting to see what'll happen. At least I would say so. But we're gonna have to see what I do with recording from now on. I didn't even wanna, like, I'm gonna be honest, I did not want to record today again. Like, I genuinely did not want to record today again. But the only reason I recorded is because I saw Mattman play Isaac and I was like, you know, I guess I could get up and play Isaac for you guys. You know, like, I guess I could do that. And that's kind of why we're doing this now. Oh, it's kind of why we're playing Binding of Isaac in the first place. Even though I didn't want to. But I think from today onwards, my videos are gonna slow down. I'm not gonna probably do daily recordings anymore unless I just randomly change my mind and I'm like, oh fuck, you know what, let's record again. Right, like I don't think I'm gonna specifically do daily recordings anymore. Unless my brain, like, specifically on its own decides to, like, do that. And I think it's gonna be an interesting thing. We'll have to see what happens with that. But yeah, like I think my stuff is just gonna slow down now, and it's just kind of what it is. So. But otherwise, don't really know what to talk about. Like, I talked about a lot of different things before I realized that my recording got corrupted. I just finished recording and I was like, oh fuck, my recording. And that's when I realized that, oh shit, it's corrupted. And then it kinda screwed me over a bit with that. But yeah, I just don't really remember what I talked about during that video. I've kind of lost that memory now from what I talked about. But I don't think it was anything too important then, if I just don't remember. But I don't know. Anyways, let's just finish this run so I can get a video out. But yeah, you guys, I don't think I'm gonna start trying to make like idiotic thumbnails anymore. I'm just gonna like start putting like a blank screen over everything at this point, because I just don't know what to do for a thumbnail anymore. Like those idiotic thumbnails that I've been doing, they work, but I'm losing the brain power to know what to do with that. Because I do have to kind of think also that I'm not repeating the same shit that I've done constantly. So it's kind of hard to make those idiotic thumbnails specifically, because of the fact that I don't want to repeat anything. So I think today is just gonna be a blank screen. Not gonna be anything special, I don't think. But yeah, I don't know. I guess only time will tell on what happens, what I do, what happens with this channel, and all of these random shits, you know. But yeah, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this topic. I feel like I'm just talking out of my ass currently. But yeah, don't know. Hard to say. But I'm like blanking out permanently. Okay, no, I shouldn't have even tried to record again. Like, I should have just stopped recording altogether when I realized that it's corrupted. I shouldn't have even tried to record again. I'm blanking out so hard on what I wanted to talk about. It's whatever. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think just my entire point is that I'm gonna try to better myself, and whenever I do decide to record, you guys will get to hear how things are going, how am I feeling, no, these kinds of things. But if I keep this up, I will eventually just die. All seriousness, I don't say that as a joke, I think it's actually very true that I will just eventually die if I keep up my alcoholism and everything. So I really do want to work on myself and better myself for, well, for me and my family, obviously. But I just don't know. I think I'm just too stuck in my life. I'm at a point where I can't change much. Like, working out doesn't help, exercising doesn't help, and seeing those ones doesn't help. Like, nothing is really helping my situation, because I've kind of realized that I can't run away from my issues, and I just need to understand that I gotta hit them face on. And I just gotta remember that in my current situation, the more I try to distract myself, the worse it's gonna get. And that's why I feel really down constantly, because I know that I can't do much. But I think the best I can do with my current health situation, my current physical health, my mental health, is to just try and fix my alcoholism and just eating sweets often. And from this day forwards, my recordings might slow down. My thumbnails are gonna get just kind of blank screened. I think I'm gonna start just uploading blank screens unless I specifically try to make anything. Or just put like a background on it. But from this day onwards, everything's gonna slow down. And this is the time when I need to pick my shit up. Realize that my alcoholism is just gonna get worse, and the more I keep with this, the worse things are gonna get. But with this, I think I'm gonna stop here. And remember, guys, eventually I will be gone. I won't be here anymore. God knows what happens with me. My health is constantly draining. I feel tired permanently. I feel lazy. Not that I feel lazy, I just don't have anything to do. Because I can't do anything. And I just have to accept that. Eventually there will come a day where I either go through with my mind and finish what it's wanting me to do, or then I'll sleep off peacefully during the night. I don't know, but I don't know when it'll happen, and I fear that. I do fear death, my own certain way. As much as I've come to accept that death will come my way eventually, I am afraid. And I always will be. But the best I can do is try to be the best of me that I can, which is here today for you guys. And I think that's what matters. Not that I have anything life-threatening issues yet, which I think will come my way at this rate. But don't know. Don't know. Who knows what happens? Just gonna live my day like it's my last. care everyone. I love all of you. And if one day I decided to perish before any of you who watch this content, don't feel sad and don't feel bad about it. I've always loved all of you guys who watched this. You guys mean the world to me. So remember that. Stay strong, stay positive, and be the person to others that I sometimes might not be able to. And be the person to others that they need you to be. Because you be there for everyone else, it'll go a long way. Some people might forget about you, but then there's also people who will remember you. And I think that's what matters. You're not fully dead until everyone forgets. And I want you guys to remember that. It's an important thing. I try my best, as much as I'm suffering in my daily life, as much as I'm mentally ill and physically impaired in a way, I suppose. I try my best to keep positive for everyone else, because I don't want to see people being me. I don't. I'm no role model, and I never want to be one. But enough of that. Be there for others, care for others. That's what matters, and that's what it means being human. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. Take care of yourselves.